We're at the Marion County Medical Center, where their motto is, whatever you do, do it well. Carolina People's coming up next. Good morning. Welcome to Carolina People. This morning we're at the Marion County Medical Center. We're focused on National Hospital Week in the Marion Regional Healthcare System. And we're visiting with Sally Arnett, the Chief Nursing Officer. Good morning, Sally.
Good morning.
Thanks so much for being with us this morning.
It's my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Incredible opportunity to highlight National Hospital Week, to think of so much going on here at the Medical Center. It is amazing to have taken a tour of the facility out here, 30 acres, all dedicated to health care. Truly a treat. Thank you so much.
It's a beautiful place.
It is. It is. We've got it right up here on the wall behind us. It's truly amazing. Can you share real quick with the viewers a little bit about yourself, Sally? Are you originally from the area?
No, I was born in Arkansas, was reared and educated in Ohio, spent most of my life in Ohio, went to nursing school there, and ended up in Marion County because my husband and I were looking for a place to retire. And we decided that it would be South Carolina.
Wow, so retirement brought you to Marion County. Well, you sure as heck aren't retired now.
No, not yet.
Yes, let's hope. I'm sure they hope not for a long time. How long have you been, do you mind me asking, Sally, how long you've been in nursing?
41 years.
Oh, come on.
I've been a nurse for 41 years, and I've loved everything I have done.
Is that 41 years? True. That is amazing. That is truly amazing. And how did, and the position, actually arriving at the position at Marion Regional Healthcare System, how did you come to that, coming from Ohio?
Well, as I say, we moved down here to look for a place to retire, and I was recruited by the facility for the position. Mr. Mulford recruited me.
And prior, the experiences in Ohio had been in different facilities, different medical centers there? Right.
I was the Vice President of Patient Care Services for a large hospital system there in southeastern Ohio.
When you joined the staff here at the medical center? How long ago?
January 2002.
Is that right? A little more than a year. Just celebrated your first anniversary a few months ago.
That's right.
How exciting. I understand you just finished filming a video on the nursing and other healthcare services. Is this, obviously this ties in well to National Nursing Home Week and so much going on with that. How was the video produced and why did y'all go about doing it?
We looked at the risk that we all face with the impending nursing shortage. And many of the larger facilities have already faced that to a degree that has crippled them in terms of staffing. And when you don't have adequate nursing staff, you have to resort to the agencies who provide temporary nursing staff. And they really fulfill a need. But ideally, you want your local positions to be filled with local people.
Sally, why is there a nursing shortage?
There are several reasons. Number one, nursing is primarily female-dominated, although we've proven that male nurses really fill a need in the profession.
Absolutely.
And that number is increasing. But there are so many more career opportunities available for people today, other than healthcare careers. And particularly with the interest in computer science, it has become very competitive. So you asked about our video. We put together a nursing recruitment retention team comprised of our nursing staff here at the hospital. And it became apparent to us that we needed to recruit nursing and healthcare professionals from our community as a part of our mission to improve the health and quality of life in our community. We saw this as a great opportunity. So our staff, the nursing staff at Marion Regional Healthcare System, put together, created, and produced this recruitment video. They wrote the scripts, they planned the scenes, Marion Tech videoed it for us, and it came out a beautiful piece of work.
Well, I can't wait to see that. That is exciting when you think about so much that goes into, I mean, nursing is so vital within within a medical center. It's such a big deal. I just can't imagine that there wouldn't be a heck of a lot of training going on, for instance, in the tech colleges close by, that there'd be a lot of partnerships to get more nurses out. I'm sure this is a vital profession that folks really need to be stepping into.
Well, it is, and many people don't understand the opportunities that are available. Many people don't understand the scope of all the healthcare careers. That is what we intend to do, is to educate our community on what careers are available for them right here at their local hospital.
Absolutely. Where will the video be shown, and who will you be working with in distributing this information to our community?
We're going to be showing the videos to all the schools, starting in junior high school.
Great.
Maybe even elementary school, as we try to form the ideas of those young people and encourage them to pursue a healthcare career. In addition to working with the schools, we will be showing the video at the local civic groups. Any audience that might have people interested in pursuing either a first career or a second career. Nursing makes a great second career for many individuals.
I wonder if Teresa knows, who's coming up in a few minutes, I wonder if she knows about the video's been produced. We'll have to ask her in a little bit. Can you share with the viewers a little bit about the national shortage currently with nurses? If you can give an idea of the number in terms of patient to nurse ratios and how those have changed over the last few years and what you expect going forward.
What we've seen in the profession is that because of the nursing shortage, many hospitals have incurred a larger patient-nurse ratio. On the other hand, some states have mandated nurse-patient ratios, such as California, and that has resulted in increased cost of patient care, plus it's exacerbated their nursing shortage because it requires more nursing. What we do know is that by the year 2008, it is predicted that we will have less than half of the number of registered nurses needed to care for the older population, particularly the baby boomers, as they're going to be requiring more care.
Less than half?
Less than half.
That's a potential catastrophe.
We're also seeing a reduced enrollment in some of the nursing schools, while other nursing schools have students who cannot be admitted because of lack of funding for faculty. So there's several issues that need to be addressed in terms of nursing education.
And there are oftentimes nursing schools within colleges and universities all over the country. Where would be the closest nursing school to Marion Regional Healthcare System?
Well, we have several. Marion Tech has an LPN school. Florence Darlington Tech has an RN program. Horry Georgetown has programs. And they're all great programs. And we seek to recruit from those programs each year. Now, I am pleased to say in terms of our own numbers, we have 331 budgeted nursing positions in our facility.
Is that right?
And we only have 15 vacancies in the nursing department. Less than half of those vacancies are RNs. So we find ourselves in a much better position than some hospitals do in terms of filling nursing positions.
Sally, can you just explain that real quick, the difference between RN and LPN or the different levels within the nursing profession?
The RN is the registered nurse.
Okay.
The LPN is the licensed practical nurse. And we also staff with certified nursing assistants. And each of those positions has a place on the team for providing patient care. The RN is the charge nurse. The LPN is the support nursing staff. And the certified nursing assistants support basic patient care. So there's opportunities for everybody.
Sally, do you all provide programs? Are there programs available for nurses to upgrade, for staff to upgrade their positions within the medical center?
Yes, and I'm glad you asked that question because that is exactly what we do. We encourage our certified nursing assistants to go to school to become LPNs. We encourage our LPNs to continue their education to become RNs. Or we encourage any employee to get into whatever healthcare career program they're interested in. We have some employees in physical therapy school, some in respiratory therapy school, and our hospital offers a very generous scholarship program. Right now we have 40 people in our scholarship programs that our hospital is sponsoring. We provide the scholarship programs for employees and non-employees, so you don't have to be an employee of the medical center to apply and qualify for a scholarship.
Right. Can you give the viewers an example of how someone can get a job and work through the Career Enhancement Scholarship Program?
Certainly. We provide flexible scheduling for any of our employees who are in school. We provide support through not only mentoring that individual and assisting them through the successful completion of their program, but providing a work schedule that is consistent with their school schedule, so they can alter their hours as required
And
to be able to go to
is it
school.
just nursing that's
No.
covered in the program?
No. Any profession or training program that would benefit the hospital system. So it would be positions for which the hospital system felt it necessary to staff all the services that we provide, not just nursing.
Great, great. Sally, obviously you've been here 16 months. When you think through over your 16-month tenure here, can you think of some of the features that make Marion Regional Healthcare System a great place to work?
Yes, and it's probably the reason I came to work here, because it's a great facility. It's fairly new. It's clean, modern, state-of-the-art technology. The staff have up-to-date equipment to work with. Patient care services are up-to-date and modern. And even as our applicants come to apply for the positions, they say the same thing. But most of all, they say it's warm and friendly. As soon as you come in the front door,
Yes.
you can feel the atmosphere. It's a warm, friendly family atmosphere.
I felt that this morning when I went into the hospital. It
Good.
is amazing. It is a fantastic, and to know everything's so centrally located right as you walk in, right off the parking lot. Have you worked on the High Performance Partnership Program?
Yes, I have.
How have what are some of the things that you and your staff have been doing in conjunction with the program?
Well, our aim, of course, is to positively influence the young people in the school system, encourage their academic success, as well as, selfishly perhaps, encouraging them to select a healthcare career.
Yeah, absolutely.
We have Lunch Buddies, which is a program in which we go have lunch with certain students selected. We have presentations, for example, a healthcare career that we would sponsor for the students and their parents to become aware of some of the healthcare careers.
Okay.
And on a regular basis, we meet with the Jonacan staff to identify future projects.
Great. Sally, lastly, what do you like best about working with the Marion Regional Healthcare System?
The philosophy of why we're here, and that comes from the board, the administration, and it's evident in all the employees. And that philosophy is that we're here to improve the health and quality of life of our community, whether it be by direct patient care and services at the hospital or by community service.
Improving the life of the community that Sally and so many folks associated with Marion Regional Healthcare System support. Whatever you do, do it well. Sally, thanks so much for being with us this morning.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Stay tuned to Teresa Taylor coming up next on Carolina People. Good morning. Welcome back to Carolina People. This morning we're at the Marion County Medical Center. We're focused on National Hospital Week in the Marion Regional Healthcare System. And we're visiting with Teresa Taylor, the principal at Jonacan Middle School here in Marion School District Number 1. Good morning, Teresa.
Good morning.
Thanks so much for being with us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Incredible opportunity to highlight the partnership you all are in with the medical center here, and to highlight yourself in the middle school. Real quick about yourself. Were you originally from the area?
I'm originally from Hemingway, which is not far.
No, not far at all. Absolutely. Right on the outskirts of our service area. Do you have family here in the area?
Just my immediate family, my husband and children.
Great. They're here in Marion.
My youngest son is. My other daughters are at college and away in the Navy.
Oh, you're not old enough to have daughters in college.
And a grandchild.
Oh, come on. Teresa,
Yeah.
well, that must keep you in tune with things as the principal of a middle school. I mean, that keeps you real fresh.
It really does. Probably fresher than I need to be some days.
We won't get into that. What prompted your interest in education as a career, Teresa?
Well, my grandmother was a superintendent of schools, and my mother was a teacher also, so I think I grew up in an education family. So it just was a natural progression.
In the blog. How about taking on at the helm of Jonakin Middle School? When did that take place?
I've been the principal there for 3 years now. Middle school has always been in my blood. I have experiences at primary and high school as well. But middle school is sort of my love. Most of my teaching experience is at middle school level. So when the opportunity came up for the principalship there, I jumped at it.
And Jonakin Middle School was recently recognized as one of 38 schools in South Carolina to be named a flagship school of promise.
Right.
What's the significance? What were the factors that resulted in Jonakin Middle School being recognized in that very elite category?
Well, there are 5 indicators involved in that award, one of which is the community relationships, which the hospital was a big player in. We're looking at after-school activities, creating a safe and healthy school environment, an environment aimed at academic progress for our students. So the hospital played a big part as one of our community partnerships.
One of those 5 indicators.
Right.
That's wonderful. Do you remember what the other 3 or 4 would have been?
Well, there's a safe school environment, there's the academics, there's a healthy school, and the community business partnerships.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. How did the teachers and students react to that announcement?
They were very excited because it was a school award. Everyone was involved in some aspect of the indicators. So they were, when we got the announcement, we were just overjoyed. We were really, we had a big celebration.
Across the board. How many students are at Jonakin Middle School?
We fluctuate, but generally around 750.
750 for grades 6 through 8?
6 through 8, right. A little over 200 at each grade level.
That is gigantic. And Marion School District number 1, how many school districts are in Marion County?
Marion County has 3 school districts,
Okay.
Marion 1, Marion 2, and Marion 7.
Okay.
And we're the largest district in the county.
Oh, okay. And this principally serves the city of Marion.
Right.
That's amazing. 750 students, though. That's a huge commitment. A huge commitment. Let's talk about the high performance partnership with Marion Regional Healthcare System. Can you share with the viewers a little about exactly how this got formed?
Right. The South Carolina Chamber of Commerce approached us, and they asked us if we would be interested in such a partnership. Of course, we were absolutely interested in that. So they began canvassing the area to find us a business to connect with. And Peter Mulford was here and had experience with a relationship like this in another area. So he helped facilitate that along with the South Carolina Chamber. And we met and set up goals and objectives and strategies for completing those goals and objectives. And we started from there.
What are some of the goals and objectives that viewers would be interested in?
We're looking at academic achievement, of course, because that's a priority of the entire program. We're also looking at connecting with our at-risk kids, providing mentors for those children who may not have a lot of role models in their life. We're also looking at providing above and beyond just the school day. For example, we have the Junior Medical Explorers through the hospital here, and those are kids who are interested in potential health fields in the future. So they meet with staff members out here. They meet once a month on Tuesday. They come out and they go through the departments and they learn about the different occupations, for example, in x-rays or physical therapy or the nursing. And so that outreach is also a part of it, to educate the community, the children and the community, about health fields that are available here.
And Teresa, had the South Carolina Chamber done this in many other communities, or was this one of the first times out of the gate?
I think there are a total of maybe 84 schools in the state.
Wow.
So we certainly weren't the first, and we've had a second partnership set up in our school district since ours began a couple of years ago. So this is something they've been doing for a while, and they've
You
been
had a
very
second
successful.
partnership set up in School District 1.
Right, with our intermediate school.
Oh, great. Okay. Not through the Chamber of Commerce.
Through the Chamber of
Through
Commerce.
the Chamber of Commerce.
They also have a high-performance partnership.
That's fantastic. That is, these are incredible
It's a great
goals.
opportunity.
Very definitely. Where did the program, when it originated and obviously came to Jonakin, what was the expectation from the South Carolina Chamber of Commerce that it was going to lead to?
Of course, academic achievement. That's the primary goal, and that community relationships. They're hoping that the involvement of the business and just our community persons would help facilitate that academic achievement.
When you think about the folks involved in organizing the partnership and all, I mean, there's so many folks that are interested surely in academic achievement in middle school. How about some of the folks who were involved in organizing the program, both from the chamber level as well on the local side? How did that merge together?
Well, the chamber asked us to identify a committee of persons at school who would help facilitate the beginning of the program. And, you know, committees, that's rather a dull name, but that's pretty much what it was, a beginning committee. The hospital also identified committee members, key people. The chamber was involved in facilitating, but not in the actual planning of the goals and objectives. From there, we've developed subcommittees. So, for example, although I serve on the committee, I may not be directly responsible for, say, the mentoring program or the Junior Medical Explorers. So we have subcommittees under the committees that help carry out these goals.
And how frequently are the committees or subcommittees meeting?
Well, the subcommittees don't meet formally that often. It's more of contact between one person and another.
Right.
The steering committee, I guess you would call it, meets probably 4 or 5 times a year to come together and look at progress. What do we need to do now? What have we done? You know, what are strengths and weaknesses?
Teresa, can you share with the viewers a little bit about some of the ways the school children and the hospital staff are interacting?
Sure. Of course, we have mentors. We have close to 24 mentors now who come and meet with children. Sometimes it's just to have lunch. You know, sometimes it's to do other things, maybe a ball game after school or just to maybe help with some homework. It's pretty informal, but it's steered to meet the needs of that individual child. So they have that contact. Of course, the Junior Medical Explorers, as I mentioned before, the staffing at the hospital volunteers to conduct those programs, and then we have a teacher who facilitates that for the school. They also come in and serve as speakers in classrooms. They help us with PTA programs. They come into our career fairs, and they serve as members of the career fair and talk to our children with that. It's just almost too numerous to name.
This is a great way to tap a lot of volunteers.
Absolutely. We're using a lot of different people. So that's why, you know, with the committee, I'm hesitant just to mention a committee because we just kind of facilitate the whole process.
Yes. Golly, Teresa. And of
It's
course,
big.
the great thing with Marion Regional Healthcare System is it taps into folks who would normally be at some level involved with District 2 or District 7 and enables all of them to give a good focus on District 1 here.
Right, and it's also enabled us to help some of our parents who were seeking occupations. You know, when you think of a hospital, typically you think of doctors and nurses. But the hospital has, I think it's close to 700 different jobs.
Yes, right.
So you don't think of the custodians or, you know, the cafeteria people or secretaries, receptionists. So we have been able to steer some of our parents, you know, towards employment opportunities also.
Yes. Teresa, is it the only partnership in which Jonakin Middle School participates?
We have several business partnerships, but probably one of our most significant has been with South Carolina ETV. And that's through a grant. There are 3 schools in the state participating in that. We're one. We have 15 6th grade girls who have been identified as interested in technology. And through the technology, it's a 3-year process. They're learning videotaping. And so this year they've been conducting interviews, and a lot have been, it's basically women using technology, so that leads us to the health field. So we're doing a lot of hospital visits and taping, doing those videos with people who work in the hospitals and in the factories using technology. And so the first year they're doing videotaping, and then they've learned to edit that tape. And they are producing a video that will be shared with all the schools in the state.
Really?
Then they'll go on to learn how to create a database and do some much more sophisticated things. So a lot of it's on site at ETV.
The power of television. I'm
Yes,
so glad they're
absolutely.
experiencing it, even if it's with Educational Television in South Carolina. Of course, we all own a piece of that
Right.
since it's taxpayer supported.
Right.
So that's very exciting.
Yeah, it really is. It really
That's
is.
very exciting. That really is. When you think about, back to the high performance partnership, we just got a little more than a minute, Teresa. When we think about the hospital and its set up as the performer partner, how do you think it's been with the hospital?
Oh, it's been wonderful. I think we're probably the luckiest ones. We have the best partner. And it's been so far-reaching. there's so many community people involved, and we have been able to make that connection it's been a positive experience for the entire community.
And the teachers have felt good about it.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Right. Lastly, I wanted to ask you, Teresa, when you think about the success of the venture, some of the reasons for its success, can you quantify what you think the reasons for the success would be?
I think the most important reason would be the people involved, the people at the hospital and the people at the school. They're all dedicated to what they're doing. They're dedicated to the children. And, the children are our future. We have to teach the children. And I think that's been the most significant part, are the dedication of the people and their willingness to work together and work with the children.
You heard her say it. It's the dedication of the people. Oftentimes you think that teachers are so involved and focusing on the children's life. In this instance, it's not only the teachers, but the volunteers at all levels throughout the Marion Regional Healthcare System that have chipped in, 700 plus folks, many of them involved in this partnership to benefit children in Jonakin Middle School and our future. Teresa, thanks so much for being with us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Stay tuned to more Carolina People coming up next. We want to thank Sally Arnett and Teresa Taylor for making today's Carolina People so special.